Hi yoga friends, welcome to My Mat, My World. Please join me for beginner yoga. When you're ready, inhale all the way up. And exhale, lean to one side. Inhaling up. And exhale, lean to the other side. Inhaling up. Bringing the hands to the heart center. When you're ready, moving around to the side. Coming to the elbow and leaving the bottom leg bent. We are balancing on the hip, but we're not sinking into the shoulder. We're pushing up and out. And just open that top leg and take the arm up to the sky, the fingers up to the sky. If you like, bringing the hand toward the ankle, making a quad stretch, open the chest. We are still up on the elbow. And then take the toe to the sky. So we're rolling back just a little bit. If you want to, grab the toe, the back of the leg, or the ankle. Point flex if you like. Oh, once again, I found myself sinking down into it. Push up and out. You saw me move that. Bringing it down. Coming up to the side. Open again to the top. So shoulder is over the elbow. And then raise the leg if you like. If you want to, take it up to the sky. And bringing it down. Letting the hip rest again. Bring that top foot in front of the leg and straighten, lifting the bottom leg. You are rolling back just a little bit. If you want to, place your elbow on the leg, point flex. And we are moving to the other side. Once again, pushing up. If this is a little too much on your elbow, you can always roll your mat, double your mat, pushing up. Take the top leg up. If you like, take it around to the back, opening the chest, pushing and being active from the elbow to the shoulder. Take that leg out again. Open to the sky or to the side. And then take that toe up. Once again, pushing from the elbow to the shoulder. And then placing that foot in front of the other leg, straightening that leg. When you're ready, push up, flex point if you like. And release, taking the legs down the mat, bend the bottom one, pushing up and open to the sky. If you like, you can take a nice big stretch right here, or raise the leg, point flex once again, and coming down. Moving to a comfortable seated pose. Inhaling up. And exhale, leaning to the side. Inhaling up. Exhaling and lean. Inhaling up. Bringing the hands to the heart center. When you're ready, moving to your belly. So again, we are on our elbows. Shoulders are over the elbows. Looking across the room, this is Sphinx pose. And bringing the head down. Finding a quad stretch, so just pulling one heel a little closer to the glute. Release, moving to the other side. Releasing that foot, bringing the hands in toward the pecs, pressing up for a very small cobra, and pushing down or letting yourself back down, pressing up, exhale, inhaling down. When you're ready, putting your knees in the mat and coming up. Push the hips back, drop the hands out toward the end of the mat and come into puppy pose. Glutes are up. And release, walking the hands back, moving into a table pose. When you're ready, digging the toes, pushing up for down dog. Shake your head no. Loosen it up. If you need to, paddle your heels. Feeling the squeeze in between the shoulder blades, feeling the stretch in the shoulders and in the armpits. Releasing to hands and knees. Exhale, push the belly to the sky, cat-cow. Inhale the belly down. Exhale. And inhale. Walking the hands forward, moving to puppy again. Coming up, finding a plank. Tiny little elbow bend right here, and coming up again, dropping the knees, tiny elbow bend, and child's pose. When you're ready, we are bringing the right knee forward for pigeon. The toe can creep up as far as it feels good for you. So some people can take it clear up the mat. Mine needs to stay a little closer to the hip. So from this pose, settle in right here, looking across the room. The belly comes down. The hips come a little closer to the floor. So our right knee is forward. We are taking the left elbow down, and you're going to find where it feels good for you. Bringing the hands to the heart center and making a twist. From right here, releasing the elbows, releasing the hands, plant the other elbow. This is going to turn you out just a little bit. Don't worry about it. Let the body go where the body goes. And release. Go ahead, relax down into that. So you can take the head to the back of the hands, or you can stretch the hands down the mat, bringing the forehead toward the mat. You can feel a big stretch on the inner thigh of the forward leg, bringing the hands back and release the pose. Take the knee back to neutral and stretch it down the mat, pressing into the heel. Bringing the left knee forward for pigeon pose. Same thing, walk your foot up wherever it's comfortable for your knee. I'm going to stretch down the mat just a little bit. Left knee is forward. Sitting up nice and tall. The hips are toward the mat, the hip bones. And bringing the right elbow down. Find where you are stable. Hands come to heart center. Getting a little cramp in my arch. Breathe. Feeling the stretch in the inner thigh. And releasing the arms. Moving to left elbow down. Once again, finding where your body goes. And breathe. Moving out of the twist. Taking the elbows down. Forehead down if you like. Stretch the fingers down toward the end of the mat. Releasing the pose. If this bothers your knee, of course you're going to come out of the pose way before we do. When you're ready, stretching that front knee back, down the mat, push into the heel. Moving to hands and knees. Let's bring the right foot forward and come into lunge. Knee over the ankle in the front. We can place the right knee is forward, the right hand moves down, and just open up. So I have my right hand on the outside of my foot. Breathe. And we can come down. Turning the toes the same direction for lunge. Moving the hands to instep. Your right knee is forward. The right hand moves up. The left one stays down. Releasing that pose. Move to plank. And on this one, bring the left foot forward. My left hand moves to the outside. My foot turns in the back. And my right hand moves up. Or you can take it over. Where do you need your stretch? Bringing that hand down. Moving the hands to the instep. The toes are pointed the same direction. And this time, the left hand moves to the sky. So the left knee is forward, the left hand moves up for a twist. Releasing the pose, moving to table again. Child's pose, widen the knees. And relax for just a moment. Coming to table again, hands and knees. Dig the toes, find your down dog. You may also move to puppy pose if that feels better. Readjust. Sometimes it doesn't feel good when we first go to this pose. When you're ready, walk those hands back and find a forward fold. Soft knees. When you're ready, coming to half lift. Inhale and exhale down. Inhaling, half lift, and exhale. Inhaling, this is your last one. And soften the knees, bringing it up to the heart center. Great job. Step to the top of the mat. Inhaling up when you're ready. Exhale, chair pose. When you're ready, step the left foot back for warrior one. This is a shorter step than warrior two. My feet are on railroad tracks, so in other words, my feet are not lined up one right behind the other. They're out. One foot is out just a little bit, so we're hip width apart. Does that make sense? Knee over the ankle in the front. The back foot is at 45 degrees. Bring the fingertips to the sky. You're going to feel a lot of tension right back here on that straighter leg. And breathe. When you're ready, open for warrior two. So my front toes are pointed toward the front of the mat, And my back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Side angle pose, bend your front arm and lean over the top, looking up if you can, or looking where your body says is good, where your head and neck say is good. So that might be looking at the floor. That's up to you. I remember when I first started doing this pose, I had to look at the floor or I would fall over. When you're ready, warrior two. And reverse warrior. Coming to warrior two, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale down. Inhaling, half lift. And exhale down. One more, inhale. And taking the hands back, soften the knees, coming up. Finding yourself at heart center. Step the right foot back for warrior one. Knee over the ankle, point your hips forward, fingertips move up. Looking toward the top of the ball, remember to breathe. Now if you feel yourself opening up, it's going to get really, really easy. This pose is going to be very easy. So push the hip forward. You're going to feel all of this tighten right back here. Open for warrior two. So slide the back foot back a little bit. And wherever you're comfortable, knee over the ankle in the front. Open the arms, looking over your front fingertips. For me, it's the left. Side angle pose, drop the front arm. Back arm moves up and over, looking up if you can. And breathe. Opening for warrior two. And reverse warrior. Warrior two. And step to the top of the mat. Inhaling up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And bring it up for chair pose. Left foot back. This time all the way for warrior two. So make that wide step. Open it up. Side angle pose. Reverse warrior. Warrior two, step that back foot up a little bit for warrior one. So we're kind of doing this a little backward this time. Hips are forward. Remember, our feet are not in line. They are below our hips. So they're as wide as our hips. When you are ready, step to the top of the mat, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, coming up. Hands to heart center, finding chair pose. Stepping the right foot back, warrior two, big step. Side angle pose. Reverse warrior. Warrior two. Bring the back foot in for warrior one. Hips forward, fingertips up, looking to the top of the wall. And breathe. Stepping to the top of the mat, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Hop or step those feet back, finding a plank. Take it all the way down, so if you like, you could take your knees down first and bringing the chest to the floor. The hands are beside the pecs. Push up for cobra. So our elbows are bent, the lower half of our body is on the floor. Coming down and moving to puppy pose. Hands and knees. Moving to cat-cow. Exhale, push the belly to the sky. Inhale the belly down. Exhale. And inhale. One more. And moving to child's pose. This time you can put your hands wherever you feel is good. I'm going to take mine toward my ankles, my shoulders, relax toward the floor. Coming out of the pose and moving to boat pose. Pushing the feet up. Hands can move to the back of the legs, or they could stay right back here, and you can bring them up. If you like, straighten your legs. Sometimes that pinches. Tap one foot down, bringing it back up. Tap the other foot down, bringing it back up. Tap both down and coming back up. Relax, stretching down the mat, stretching forward. Take a look at your heels. Are they in line, or is one pulled back a little bit? Do you have one that's shorter than the other, or are they at the same level? It looks like mine are okay. Let's pretend that one of them is out of alignment and we're coming up. Moving to the side, stretch, push back up, stretch toward the toes. Moving to the other side, push out, come back up, and stretch toward the toes. When you're ready, coming up. We are drawing one foot in. You can leave it right here at the inner thigh, or you can cross it over. All right, you're going to get a bigger stretch of the hip if you cross it over, but if that's not comfortable, bring it to the inner thigh. My left knee is up, my right arm is coming around. My left hand is pushing in to the mat, and I am straightening my spine. So I'm getting some separation in the vertebra. Now if you like and you have the flexibility, you can take the right arm on the outside of that leg. And you notice my posture changed a little bit when I did that. That's up to you. Relaxing the pose. Okay, leave the knee where it is, but bring the other one in. You're going to tuck it behind. So it's going to come in toward the left glute. And the one that was up, that foot is going to stay in your shin bone. All right? So the same thing, we are twisting toward that knee again. So my left hand is down, my left knee is up, my right arm is hugging. Releasing the pose. Feet down the mat. Stretching. And coming up. This time, the right one comes in. I'm going to leave it at the inner thigh just like I did the other, but you are welcome to cross it over. Right knee is up. My left hand, my left arm moves around. My right hand pushes into the floor. I sit up nice and tall. And I breathe. Release the arms, leaving the knee up. Bring the other leg in, tuck it by the glute. Bring the one that's bent in close to the shin. And again, hug and press. Now if you wanted to, you could take this to the outside and really get a big twist, okay? That's up to you. Release. Stretching the feet down the mat again and stretching forward. And release. Moving the feet. We are moving to tabletop pose. If you like, you can do fists in the back. If you're doing palms, your fingers are going to point toward the heels or out just a little bit, but not backwards. Okay, see what happens to my elbows when I go backwards? I hyperextend. I have hypermobile joints. So when you're ready, pressing the belly up to the sky and finding a neutral place for your neck. So we are not hanging it back and just letting it hang. We are actually active in our head and our neck. And releasing that pose. If you like, you can do foot to knee or ankle to knee. I'm going to try foot to knee. So pressing up again. And then if you like, stretching it up. And release. I felt a cramp coming on my hamstring. And when you're ready, try the other side. So pressing it up. And toe moves up. Oh, that one hurts. And bringing it down. Stretching toward the feet. And release. Stretching all the way out. So go ahead, lay down. Stretch the fingertips overhead. Our knees stay bent. Our heels are in by the glutes. Inhaling right here. And exhale, the hands toward the hips move to the sky. Inhale, hips come down, fingertips move up. And exhale. Let's do that a couple more times. Now moving the hips to the floor. Stretch the feet down the mat. Point, flex the toes. Fingertips move overhead. Pull the fingers away from the feet and relax. Exhale, push the fingers away from the toes and relax. And one more. And relax. Moving the arms to T. Bending the knees. Letting the knees roll to one side. And turning the head in the opposite direction. So my knees are right, my head looks left. Release, and moving to the other side. Head turns the opposite direction of the knees. Moving to neutral, we are going again, so exhale, push away. Twist. Inhale to neutral. And twist, exhale. Let's go one more time. Your pace, your breath. Coming to neutral, let the knees roll out, finding butterfly pose on your back, taking the arms wherever feels good for you, closing your eyes and finding your breath. Bringing the knees together and into the chest. Pull the knees apart, reach the hands up, grab the ankles, raising the head, neck, and shoulders. I like to take my elbows and press into my inner thighs. But you don't have to. And in fact, you can relax back to the floor in this pose. Taking the toes to the sky and straddle the legs. If you like, bring the hands to the inner thighs. You're not pulling, you're just laying the hands there. Point and flex the toes. And bringing the toes to the sky once again. Knees to the chest. Raising the head, neck, and shoulders. Feeling that squeeze in the abdominals. And relax. Rocking the knees left and right, and circling the knees. Reversing the circle. And relax. You can leave the knees bent if you like, or you can stretch them down back, finding your corpse pose. We inhale and exhale, closing our eyes right here, opening our palms toward the sky, letting our toes roll out, letting our muscles relax, letting our breath relax. Feeling our belly raise on the inhale and collapse on the exhale. When you're ready, rolling to the side. Using your forearm as a pillow. My knees are bent. I'm going to take my top arm up to the sky and take it around with the back for a shoulder stretch. Gentle stretch. Grab the foot, heel to glute for a quad stretch. And pressing up, moving to a seated pose, and we are going the other direction on the mat. So coming into that side relaxation, using your forearm as a pillow, my knees are bent, fingertip moves up to the sky. If you need a stretch toward the top of the mat, do that. Just play with it just a little bit. Relax and breathe. While we're right here, hand to foot, stretching the quadricep, the front of the thigh. And releasing the pose, making a seated pose, a comfortable seated pose, whatever that might be for you. When you are ready, inhaling to the top. And exhale, twist. Inhaling up. And exhale, twist. Inhaling up. Walking those hands out. Exhale. Push away. And breathe. Walking the hands in. Inhaling up. And exhaling to that heart center. Thank you for joining me today, friends. Have a wonderful evening. Namaste.